Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
Nomination of Loretta Tarnoche, well, that seemed to have been pushed aside for now. But let's start from there. The Senate did what Nigerians wanted them to do, although their reasons as canvassed by them wasn't the reasons which Nigerians were fighting for. Let's hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I don't know. I have spoken on Loretta Tarnoche in the past. And I don't think the Senate did what Nigerians wanted them to do. You see, I don't understand why, as a nation, we're always moving on the path of destruction of the system. Loretta Tarnoche, no doubt, is very loyal to the president. Loretta, as far as the president is concerned, as far as the APC is concerned, there is no compromise. Loretta is an aide of the president, a card-carrying member of APC. Till today.
She said she has resigned.
I'm coming. You see, at times when we do certain things, just as I'm on television now, I'm conscious of what I will say because of my children. I have 2 lawyers in the house. I have others. At times I finish my discussion on television, they interrogate it. Because we were brought up with certain values. So when you lie openly as a father or as a mother, and their children are knowledgeable enough to know that you are lying, then what are you teaching them? How would Nigeria be a good society after you have gone? I'll give you an example. The last time, Honorable Minister of Information said one of the I don't know whether a grandson or granddaughter, ask her daddy, granddaddy, why are they calling you Lion Mohammed? He looked at the child and ended up by telling the child, don't mind them. That child didn't pick that thing from that house. He must have picked it from school or from friends. And don't mind them is not the best answer. Because she will go back, tell her colleagues, my father said I should not mind you. Then they'll confront her with more information. You see, the society will not be built at that level. We build the society from the family. So if we are lying every day, we are saying all sorts of things without considering our circumstances and environment, too bad. Loretta Tarnoche, at the time, presented herself as an attack dog for anybody that had any item of different views with that of the president. In fact, she has been very controversial in all her public outings. Currently, she had a case pending for malicious presentation against a presidential candidate.
Fake news.
And libel.
Yes. So you see, she's a good person to the president, no doubt. She's a loyal member of APC.
So Chief Dan, you're saying that, just to come in here, one, you've talked about the morality and integrity of our, family structure system, which some would say that is quite being eroded, in the current dispensation of this 9th Assembly.
Yes.
Again, would you also say that her loyalty to the president or to the executive or to the party would also diminish her loyalty to the people, because if she is appointed as a commissioner, she will be working for the APC?
Yeah, it should not. It should not. There are things I will not do as a public officer. And that was why in my last outing, I told the Senate President, walk to President Buhari. Based on the relationship, tell him, Mr. President, sir, this one will not fly. Go and make her a minister. You can take an MPC, take maritime, take MPA, put it under her, no problem.
Why do you think?
But on this one, the Constitution has said that you cannot be.
Why do you think the president would? Yes, you've mentioned all these other agencies.
Yes.
Juicy agencies, in quotes, like Nigeria.
Yes, I'm just pushing it to the extreme.
Precisely. Why would the president see all these agencies, take her above those agencies, all the way to a very sensitive organ, institution?
I don't know. I'm
Like
not thinking for the president. But as,
Like
as a common mortal, I would
because
just-
you mentioned, you talked about loyalty.
Yes.
You said she has been very loyal to the
I
president.
want to tell you what
She
my mind
wears
has
the
told
president. She wears the president
Toga.
like a heart on a sleeve.
me. Yes.
And
That is not in doubt.
if that loyalty is not lost on the president, which we assume it's not, the president feels this person will work better in INEC.
And do my bidding.
Yeah, the purpose of sending her to INEC is to hijack the entire process in the South-South. That is my mind. That is my thinking. And it's better those in South-South know it. Because if you see the workings of INEC, why you appoint people from different geopolitical zones is to oversee what happens in those zones. And South-South is going to be critical, like Southeast, in the next election. So Loretta will be there without even looking at the leadership of INEC. And there's an extent you can challenge her. That's why the Constitution has said, if you are partisan, if you are a card-carrying member of the party, of any political party, if your character is not of such that can be there, those are not the issues. The issue is that Loretta cannot be, based on our Constitution, an INEC commissioner of any sort. Making her an INEC commissioner is, on the other hand, determining the election from the zone you will post her even before the first ballot.
You know, the presidential letter, initial letter nominating Ms. Tarnoche, went in, I think, October 2020. That's well a year, you know, to Mr. Abamuche's, you know, stepping down or expiration of her 5-year tenure. And one would say that was a premeditated effort, and that was something that was deliberate. Do you think that even with the, you know, the like Yobosa said, the calming of tensions, you know, on the uproar of her nomination, that there will not be a representation of Ms. Tarnoche by the president, and that would also be another conversation?
No, Loretta's name is coming back. Take it to the bank.
You believe that?
Yes, it will come back. Look at what Kabiru Gaya's committee said. When have they started recognizing federal character? The Senate should not take us for a ride. We are more intelligent than that. Even their son, their children will tell them, Daddy, you are wrong. They should not take Nigerians for a ride. So for all that we have said in Nigeria about Loretta Tarnoche, constitutionally that she's not qualified, you are telling us federal character. Is that the first time you are knowing that certain persons have been appointed many times from the same state, the same local government, the same clan, the same vote pulling unit? That is arrant nonsense. You don't take us for a ride. And if you, as a Senate, you think what we are doing, Nigerians are not seeing you, you are deceiving yourself. That is, I don't want to be too hard, but I think it is irresponsible. The Constitution has said that Loretta Tarnoche can never be. You can force your way into it, but the implications will collapse on your head.
Chief Dan, it's interesting that the Senate made that position and clearly dismissed the issues of partisanship around her and focus on so-called federal character. But as a party man, maybe you help clarify this for us and for Nigerians. One of the arguments made by Loretta Tarnoche was that I resigned from the party in 2019. That the APC did a revalidation exercise recently. And I didn't submit myself to that revalidation exercise. So automatically, I'm not a party member anymore. I don't carry the card of the APC. I'm now a neutral person. As a party person, is that correct? If there's a revalidation done by the party and you don't submit yourself to revalidation by the party, is your name automatically struck off the role as a member of a political party?
You see, that has two legs. The first leg is that she didn't present the truth. There was an affidavit she made recently, on the 21st, that I'm member of APC. That's why I'm telling you, see, when you keep lying, you need many more lies to correct the first lie. And you should be careful with your, when I talk about, they say that is too sentimental. Be careful with your children and grandchildren. Because you are teaching them how to lie, and they will take it to the center. Maybe their own lie will consume them. She lied. Two, Loretta purportedly resigning, which is not true, even if we see the document, does not remove her loyalty to APC. If you have left, you have nothing to do with partisan politics, you have nothing to do with this, then you must be deceiving yourself. We know it in this country. Loretta is one of the most loyal persons to the president. I am not taking that away from her.
And talking about lying, you know, Premier Times.
So if you are so loyal to the president,
yes,
that doesn't mean that as a non-member of APC, you cannot be appointed or you cannot be loyal to the president. But there is evidence that has shown consistently and continually that the difference between you and APC is the difference between 6 and half a dozen.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say, because you just talked about her being someone who's been lying, you know, back to back, decade to decade. And I remember that there was a story by Premium Time saying that she also employed fake news strategy as a campaign strategy, you know, for the present administration. But
that's why I called her an attack dog.
But even though
she employs everything,
even though that the party issue, you know, seems to be in the forefront, the National Assembly does not think it's a problem, because from their mention of the federal character, the issue of partisan politics was not even in the view of that conversation. So, do you not think that even the National Assembly in itself is deceitful in their presentation of federal character?
You see, there are things I see the National Assembly do at times. I start wondering, with the characters there. You see, the Senate, when there is fight in the House of Rep, the Senate should be the moderator because of their age, because of their experience. But you see, I was part and parcel of the making of this Senate president. I took to media. I spoke to senators because I loved him. I looked at his credentials. I still do. But issues that concern Nigeria, that will not be in the interest of Nigeria, I would defer. That is me. It is not personal. What stops the Senate? The president is not a God that cannot be reached. Even our God will talk to him. So why, if you have this cordial relationship with the president, and the president is enjoying it, what stops you from at times getting back at the wee time of the night? Say, Mr. President, you see this one? It will burn our fingers. You say, eh? How? You explain. He said, okay. The president will listen.
Maybe he did that last night because they met with the president
and had dinner, and it was more than dinner.
Well, you see, let me also congratulate the president for that dinner. You know, I've been calling for this in 6 years. That smoothens relationship. It's not only bringing all of them. At times, you call the Senate president, come with your principal officers, speaker, come with let's have breakfast, let's have tea. You see, this is the way it is done in other climes. It will certain, if there are things, at times you chip it to the president, unknowingly, the president will take, you know, suo moto will take notice of that. But if in a situation you think everything that the president brings to you, you must stamp it, that means you are looking for something other than representing Nigerian people. On the other hand, if the president should bring a bill tomorrow that Danwanyawa his likes should be a female, you pass the law. Because you have already agreed that everything that comes to you must be approved. Look, we have been in this game. When we fought for this democracy, then I was in the trade union. Nobody in this Senate, okay, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4, 5 of them. Nobody in this Senate was there. We were detained, we were punished because we wanted the military to go. We pushed them away. What the Senate is doing is akin to inviting the military back. If they don't know, let them take care of. Because if you are no longer representing the people, everything goes. What you are doing is akin to asking the military to come back. So since we no longer have a voice.
So are you saying?
Just a minute, Adora. The reason why we fought the military back to the barracks was because we wanted to have a voice. That time, the head of state, it will just be announced, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. Once the Supreme Military Council or Armed Forces Ruling Council of late decides, that's it.
No challenge.
No challenge. But you wanted a voice. Now look at the issue of the Electoral Act amendment.
We'll come to that, Chief.
No, I'm just giving an example.
Yes.
You can still come to it.
Yes, you'll come to that.
Something was presented for public hearing. It was on that basis that people made their contributions. Now, somebody somewhere surreptitiously and irresponsibly smuggled something inside the same bill. Do you think Nigerians are idiots? If you are, we are not. We know more than you.
That's exactly what I wanted to chip in when you were talking, because you have said that Nigerians are watching and that this is about the people's voice. So are you saying that based on precedents that this Ninth Assembly has fallen short of representing the people in the way that it should?
No, I'm not to assess them.
Okay.
We'll talk about them as we move on.
Yeah.
There are good things they have done.
Good.
But what I'm saying is that it's not everything that brought by the president that you must approve.
Good.
Once
Chief,
Nigerian people say no, you return it to the president.
still saying
That is not being confrontational with the president.
it's about being principled.
It's about being principled.
Yes.
You must give us a voice, and you must listen to that voice. That is the beauty of democracy. If you don't want it, then you are calling for the military to come back.
All right. I'll still take you back to the earlier question I asked, but let me just make this point because I'm reading directly from the report of the Senate Committee on INEC that screened Loretta.
We are finished with. Okay, go ahead.
On the issue of partisanship, the Senate Committee said she categorically denied to being sympathetic to any political party and had stopped all political activities since the year 2019. As much as I hate to say this, I think this is another clear case of a big, fat lie.
That's
Because
a lie from the pit of hell.
There are
By that committee.
digital footprints that clearly indicate that as recently as 2020, Loretta Tarnoche tweeted about the APC.
Absolutely.
And referred to the APC as we. We're having issues. We're going to sort it out when the Shomole matter comes up.
Yes.
But I asked earlier about the issue of her non-submission of herself to revalidation this year. Is that tantamount to her not being a member of a political party?
No, I told you. I said...
Because you didn't answer that part
No,
of my
I assuming she allegedly did not. It doesn't remove her loyalty. Yeah, we're talking about loyalty to a political party. Not only membership. There are Nigerians that are loyal to a political party. They're not carrying their cards. If you call them anytime, they'll mention that party. Those are the people that the Constitution said should not be in INEC. That is the point I'm making. It's not personal. Why did they not put her on oath? By now, we would have been in court.
Because
if the Senate is responsible enough, why did they not put her on oath?
Because that would amount to perjury.
We'll be in court by now. We'll bring evidence to show. If the Senate is responsible, if the committee is responsible, why did they not put her on oath? Because she will not lie at that point. You see, that's why I said, you see why corruption is still going on in Nigeria?
Dan, what happens, Chief Dan, what happens if the president represents her later in the year?
The president?
Because right now, from what we're seeing, the tenure of Mayor Agbamuchembu, representing the state, Delta, is likely going to expire December 2021. And in the event that the president does not renew her tenure for another 5 years, that creates a vacancy that possibly would, open the way for Tarnoche to come back. What happens in the event the president decides to represent her?
You see,
and this is going to come just barely a year and 3 months to the next general elections.
My president, our president, the president I know very well, I have associated with on close range, President Muhammad Buhari will represent Tarnoche. Forget that. This Senate will approve it. Write it down. But it will not end there. First of all, the only thing we can do, unfortunately, it will not be in favor of someone that has worked so hard to turn her neck around. I'm talking about Prophet Mahmoud. Perfect. First class. He wants to clean this process. But the political parties will impugn on this election that is coming in 2023 before the first ballot. Take it to the bank. We are watching. President will present it. This Senate, I know, will approve it. But that will not be the end. What it means is that this election has been rigged. It
Now.
has been manipulated because of one soul, Loretta Tarnoche. Somebody will say, but she won't be the only person there. Yes. You see, when you are nominated in a place and they know the weight of your nomination, this is a nomination that has been too controversial. That's a limit you can challenge anything she's doing. Professor Mahmoud has even tested so many things in INEC. And somebody will come and draw the hands of the clock backwards. We've never. I don't want to. I think this is the INEC chairman that all the political parties can give you 90%. The man is working hard. He carries them along at every step of the way. Look at, we are now doing electronic online registration. We have hit almost 500,000 in 2 weeks. You can register from your bedroom, but you have to go back and finish the process like thumbprint and confirmation of photograph.
Which reduces the time.
Yes, and the booking will be given to you as is done in the embassy, so that the place will not be crowded. You choose your date, computer will give you the date that is free. Why can it be so nice like that? Can it be better than that?
And that takes us to the conversation of electoral reform.
On Loretta Tarnoche, that name will go back. This president I know will send it back.
And the Senate?
This Senate will approve it. In fact, the voices that speak positively, patriotically, at times they are getting weakened.
I think that's a picture of her then.
How can someone as loyal as this, with the garb of the president, not be representative of the president?
You see, my concern is not
adorned.
My concern is not what is coming out of her mouth. I'm concerned about the children and the grandchildren, because they know she's grandmommy. Our mom is lying. She is lying. Loretta has lied several times.
Chief Dan, let's leave this woman. Let's move to something.
And that has to do with your character.
Yes. Let's move to electoral.
It is not personal.
Issues of electoral reforms, and what to expect from the National Assembly. The clause-by-clause consideration of the report by the Senate Committee on INEC, Joint Committee actually, on INEC and electoral reforms is likely going to be heard this week. What are your expectations?
You see, we have gone far with this present INEC. Let us go electronic. Most of these characters you are seeing, we are talking about now, will no longer be there. Two-thirds of them came there by writing results. Carry it, go and write, go to court. Look at what happened in Edo elections. As clean, Mahmoud made it so clean. There are no votes in INEC anymore. Now we are tightening the nose that by the time after voting, the result is moved. So whatever you are coming with manually must tally. If it doesn't tally, INEC will put the asterisks. Look, before, we saw what happened since 1999, up to this point. Now we are having a process that is clean. Some people are complaining, hey, no network. No. Okay, good. But they operate POS in those places. Is POS not operated by network? Okay, all these millions of votes that have been coming, how did you manufacture them? Was it not through card reader? It's the same card reader. So people should stop talking based on raw, gross lack of knowledge.
You know what?
These things are possible. I'm not saying that there are no areas you may not have problems. Those ones will be handled. But if I go by the argument, these millions of votes that we get from all parts of the country, now that are complaining that they don't have network, how do you get it?
You know what?
How?
She's dead.
You see, Adora, I'm sorry. You see, we are coming to a point that we will all be exposed by our actions and inactions. It's like when we say Nigeria is 200 million people. I say fake. Fake. We are not 200 million.
Why do you say that?
We are 100 plus. Just that. Forget about it. That's another
debate entirely.
Leave it.
But Chief,
you have.
Isn't it curious?
Sorry a minute.
Yes.
You have, for example, 1,000 people in the polling unit registered on record. In every election, less than 30% will vote. It has never changed. Are the other people dead? Are they dead? No. These are part of the thing we have in our population.
Is it not voter?
Fake. Like fakeism in Nigeria.
Is it not voter apathy that causes that?
Since
that
1999.
People don't come out.
It's a trend.
Until and unless we tell ourselves the truth, we will not move an inch. People are just behaving based on aggrandizement, what they get now. You leave it and go.
No,
but I have said it. I have said it in 2014 conference when we were responding to President Jonathan's inaugural speech. I pleaded with the delegates in that conference that let us rebuild Nigeria by these circumstances we found ourselves. That our children coming behind us will not be as patient as we are. We are getting there now.
Chief Dan, just to come in here, one of the committee's resolution is that voting in an election, and I quote them, and transmission of results under the Act shall be in accordance with the procedure determined by the Independent National Electoral Commission. But the provision contained in Section 50, subsection 2 of the bill was modified by the leadership of both chambers in the approved version to read voting in an election.
Provided. Where they put provided.
Yes. Under this bill shall be in accordance with the procedure determined by the Commission, provided that the Commission shall not transmit results of elections by electronic means. And, you know, off record, some of the members of the House have said, well, that might come in. However, we've also checkmated with some bills saying that we have said people who snatch ballots will get 15 years imprisonment, and those who sponsor election malpractice will also get 10 years imprisonment and ban. So it's a buffering. How do you replace that with that?
You see, they're also playing on your intelligence. They think they're smart. You see, when a law is specific on a particular subject, you don't introduce new things into it. It's talking about transmission of result, provided it will not be. That legislator must be idiotic in his mind to think that because he has brought this. That's why I told you that if you are empty, keep quiet. If you can't say the truth, shut up. Look at the argument that we have also provided. That is being idiotic. You have already provided that provided transmission will not be. Any other thing you see anywhere has been taken care of by this. That is the quality of representation we have in this country. People go there, they're looking at money. Those that want, they will no longer talk, look, let me do my own and go, get out. And that's why I have, with some of my colleagues, insisted that the bills we incur in the National Assembly, President is looking for her to get money to fund the budget. We must take the bull by the horn. If heaven wants to fall, let it fall. We must make representation based on ad hoc basis. Of course, the Constitution didn't envisage that representation in the Senate should be full-time. So that those who have no job to do, who have no means of livelihood, should allow professors and those that will come to give service to the nation. I am ready to give service to the nation without a kobo. So it must be based on per diem sitting. No. When you sit, you'll be paid. Not these millions that are taken away. Why should President not look that way? We have to cut down our budget. These people are taking our money for nothing. They're not representing us. They're representing themselves. So these are some of the things President is looking. By the time you cut off this, you make trillions in a year. And it will take care of Nigeria. They're just carrying the money and look at what they're doing to the public. We will speak and it doesn't matter. Those that purportedly elected you, we speak, it doesn't matter. Because we don't want to offend the president. The president is there for us to offend him. He is our president.
Well, because they also say elections don't matter. So at the end of the day, they feel...
That is why they don't want the results to be transmitted
precisely
electronically. Because they want a continuum of the process of hijack, writing of results. That will bring the doomsday to this country.
I give this kind of excuse.
But how do you see them arguing this particular position? Because earlier, the Speaker of the House of Reps, I think that was on Tuesday, had come out to say, this insertions you people are talking about is not true. I haven't seen it. The committee has not even presented the report or submitted the report to us yet. So these things you people are saying...
damage control.
Is just rumor.
Damage control. Who released it? It was released by themselves. Who released this thing? I don't want to mention names. They released it to the public. It's damage control they're doing. And that's why the journalists must open their eyes. They have a critical role to play in democracy. And I thank few of them who released this into the public. It is the fights, the demonstrations, that made them to speak that way. They know the truth more than what they are telling us.
How do you see it playing out in the Senate today or tomorrow on this issue?
Let the Senate do what they like. They can even say, go and write results.
No election.
They will get the result from the people.
But
the Senate can do whatever they care to do. Nigerians are no longer interested. Go and ask Nigerians.
You are no longer interested?
I said Nigerians are no longer interested with their games.
Okay.
Not that I'm not interested. Let them do what I like to do. But they will meet Nigerians on the street.
But they say election is not just about voting, it's about the counting, and that goes back to how do we
The process of
that?
election is not just casting vote that day. This is part of the process. If you don't prepare well, you end badly. Good thinking, good product. That is the slogan of one of the cars. Good thinking. I don't mention because I'm not getting them. Good thinking, good product. You must do it right. Forget about anything. Do it right. And I want to ask, I want to plead. We were informed, allegedly, that the voting machine in the Senate was deliberately disabled. I'm now giving this information. They should go and fix it. What stopped the third term, General Obasanjo? Ken Nnamani said, everybody must speak and answer his father's name. Even those who were sharing the money, distributing the whole thing, could no longer speak the truth to themselves. Could no longer speak what they referred as the truth of third term. Rather, they condemned it. That was her thought, because Nigerians saw who voted where. They should go and refix that voting. They should no longer be voting, hey, vote, let us see. Let me see if my senator is saying that this thing will not be transmitted live. Let me see if my honorable member will say the same thing. Then we take it off from home. That is how it is done in parliaments. It is only in that country that we want to continue to be primitive, mundane, we don't think. Others are moving forward.
You know,
see where we are.
It's pretty strange that the election management body itself, INEC, says, I'm ready. I can transmit results.
They have done it.
But the National
Mahmoud
Assembly,
has done it.
The National Assembly and some members in the National Assembly are saying, no, you can't do it. People like Duma.
But he has done
that
it.
We've not gotten to that stage
Mahmoud
yet.
has done it.
But anyway, yesterday they passed the Electoral Offences Commission bill. It also took courage for that to happen, Chief Dan Wayo, imposing sentences. Although I found it a bit curious because on the one hand you say, because when you put alternative sanctions, you make it difficult to impose strict sanctions on people. Okay, you've talked about anybody that violates the electoral law, 15 million naira.
15 years in prison.
And in the alternative, sorry, 15 years, sorry.
15 years.
And in the alternative, you put some figures, I think 10 million naira thereabouts.
Yes.
Does it make sense? Because a politician, to a politician, that money is a small money.
The politicians that are making this law will just pay the money.
And go away.
And go away. You had a situation where somebody was accused of corruption or stealing how many billions? The fine in court was 700,000 naira. He entered his car, brought the 700,000 naira and went home. It happened in this country. So those who are doing this are those that are ready to pay the money. Because they want to continue with the old ways. And we are saying no. If you want to send him to jail, look at what Mike Igini did in Akwa Ibom. Mike Igini. People are in jail now. No compromise. They should put sentence without option of fine. So that next time if you are calling somebody to go and do certain things for you, you say, I don't want to go jail. Remove option of fine. So if you are in jail, the parents of the man in jail will be disturbing you as a politician. And then you know whether, because most of them don't go home. They don't. There are very few senators, members of House of Rep that will tell you what is happening in their communities. Because they believe it doesn't matter. That they are going to pay them 5. In fact, in the next election, they may pay up to 10,000 a voter. Because the tempo is higher. They may pay up to 10,000 a voter. So just pay them. They will take it to go and eat for that week, and then you carry the thing and go. In another 4 years.
So someone would also say both the giver and the receiver should also face the same
that is
level of...
I'm just telling you the reason why they are putting this there. Is to accommodate their selfish, devilish interest.
In the event they are guilty, they take
in the event
themselves
they are
out.
guilty. Because the judiciary is also there to take their own bidding.
All right, as we round off, Chief Dan, let's talk about your state, Imo State. It appears there's a bit of calm there. We've not heard so much of the killings and the anarchy that was very much in the news in the past few weeks. For the past couple of weeks, 3, 4 or so,
not a bit.
Imo has been relatively calm.
Yeah, it's not. Imo is calm. Imo is calm now. And I want to.
What's the secret to that?
It's the governor and the security agencies. The governor particularly has shown capacity. he has the sagacity, he has taken steps to ensure that peace returned in him. Nightlife has come back. And he has put certain things in place. 2 weeks ago, he has empowered over 100, I think they're spending about 4 billion on the youths. That is confirmed.
Across all the local governments.
Across all the local governments. He has started, Imo now has become a construction site. Those bad places, work is going on, and this is verifiable. I'm in opposition, but you see, when somebody is doing well, it's like what Wike is doing in Rivers. You can't run that away. It's like what Udom is doing in Agua State. Look at Zulu. You see, these are from different parties. You see, our own politics, my own politics is that of late Waziri. Politics without bitterness. When a governor is doing well, say he's doing well, cooperate with him. Imo is back and healthy. Except those that have lost elections, those that have lost power, that believe that they will make the governor uncomfortable, they will give him sleepless nights, they will distract his attention. But the man, I don't know his capacity, I think he has a heart of stone. So as you are firing him, you will hear this project they are going on. So I agree with you, Imo is calm. And the secret is the head, #1 citizen in the state.
Well, let me come in here because I am also from Imo, and I visited Imo State over the weekend. Yes. I was in Owerri for over 3 days.
Yes.
Arguably so, there seems to be a relative calm in the state. However, I think one of the worrying things was the level and the upheap of debris and lack of sanitation around several areas, which I saw. And I think it's something that could also be of attention to the state government because, you know, like they say, health is wealth. And those debris were quite heaped across and close to the market areas where foods were processed. And this is worrying because of the level of, you know, sanitation post-COVID era. So I think it's something that we can also look at because absolutely is also part of the process.
Adora, you're very correct. Yes. I sent my people. Right now, government is training 500 citizens to take care of those streets. You know, the problem is we finish our nonsense, we throw it on the road. We finish our rubbish. The tunnels had been cleared towards the end of last season, and water was flowing. Go back to those tunnels now. They have blocked the tunnels. So when I inquired, government is training about 500 citizens to ensure that you don't just walk out from your house, you don't throw the tin in the garbage, you just throw it at the gutter. You are very correct. That one is seen, you can see it, and I use this opportunity to tell the governor to move in immediately and clear this rubbish. During Mbakwe, even during one of the governors, you would take pure water or corn, drop it, and an old woman will walk from her house and hold you, pick it. Imo used to be the cleanest.
That's values.
Yes. Imo used to be the cleanest. But I think this is just one aspect they have to go on with. But as for whether the work is going on perfect, we are satisfied. And
the State Assembly, the issue with the State Assembly and the suspension of members who, well, arguably are saying that some of the issues was that they were speaking up to be able to get access to constituency funds that they have not received over 2 years and were blacklisted and suspended without even a voice quorum. Do you think that that's something that the governor can also look about?
I must be fair with I have not gotten the details of that.
Okay.
Because I'm having conflicting reports. When I'm through with it, you ask me, I'll give you my opinion on it.
I'll ask you again when you do.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, that's a safe point to leave Chief Dan Waiwa this time. Thank you so much for being here. It was always a pleasure having you, Chief Dan.
Thank you for having me.
Your spirit was a bit very hot at some point.
Yes,
it's always hot.
Is it because
but your
things
about
this country we're passionate about?
Your spirit is always hot.
We're very passionate about it. So let people who were not there when we fought for this democracy destroy it for us.